everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Manahil, remote job wali, and I am a student of Rahan School, Kiringi campus. In today's a special session, we have the privilege of hosting an esteemed personality, someone whose expertise and insight have made a significant impact in the realms of executive leadership, life coaching, and organizational development. He is none other than the renowned Mr. Nachum Katz. Mr. Katz brings with him a wealth of knowledge and experience, spanning over 35 years in management and education, maintained by a decade in executive and life coaching. His work has not only inspired individuals and leaders globally but has also transformed organizations, driving them towards remarkable success. So, without further ado, let's extend a warm welcome to our distinct guest, Mr. Katz, and embark on an enlightening journey as we delve into his life, his philosophies, and the profound impact of his work. So, welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much, Manahil. It's a pleasure, and thank you for the kind introduction.
Thank you so much. So, before moving on, question, can you introduce yourself for my viewers?
Well, you already did that. So, what I will add to that is that I was born in Romania in 67 years ago. I was born to a Holocaust survivor mother, and our family lost 106 members in the Holocaust in World War II. And in 1970, my mother, after 14 years of battle against the communist regime in Romania, was able to bring us out to a new life in Israel. So ever since I live here, and the rest you mentioned, I will just mention that I'm married to the love of my life from age 14, 15. I have two daughters, one currently in the UK and one in Israel, and four grandkids. And as you know, now we are in a state of war, which is very difficult times. And inshallah, we hope that we will have better times for all of the people on earth, both sides and all sides and in all conflicts.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, sir, for your introduction. So, now let's move on to questions. My first question is on your screen. What are the key strategies you imply in executive leadership coaching to maximize an organization's human capital?
Thank you for the question. In that respect, um, there is no in some areas there's no difference between life coaching, one-on-one coaching, or executive coaching, or executive team coaching, because the basic first thing is connection to a human being. So to connect as a person is the most important part. Second, it's most important to listen to very carefully and to be able to promote someone's agenda without putting your agenda first. So you have to listen carefully what people think they can do, want to do, and try to develop the discussion into that direction so that people can apply their strengths towards making a better world and their life a better life. So that's probably the most important things. Also in coaching, the important thing is to be thinking partners. It's not that the coach is here and the coachee is somewhere lower, but coach and coachee are together thinking partners, and therefore it's somebody that cares about you, about the coachee, about their agenda, and try to promote it committedly, very strongly committing.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your great answer. So now let's move on to next question. My next question
Mhm.
is on your screen. How do you assist individuals in finding their life purpose and shaping
Mhm.
a better future through life coaching?
That's a wonderful question. I wonder why you picked that particular question. You must have done some preparation work. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for interview, I prepare for interview.
yeah. So life purpose is about asking the question, what is the reason uh, to be in this world? So, it doesn't matter what our belief is and whether there is life after death or life after life. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is to try to make the best out of our lives here in this time. So, finding the life purpose is like finding what what if I dedicate my life to will bring the best, not only satisfaction to me, but the best outcome for the world or for the other person. Therefore, one of the things that we explore in life purpose is successful moments from the past where you felt highly fulfilled, deeply satisfied. And by exploring those moments, those special moments that we remember for many, many years, to explore what is a good cause to dedicate our life to in order to be happy and to be um, happy about what you do in this world, so that when you are at the end of your life, you will say, wow, this was a life well spent. And so we ask guiding questions that lead people to find their purpose, to find the reason why. For example, if you don't mind, I will ask you, what is your life purpose? Because I think there is a hint in your name.
Yeah, my life purpose is I am on mission to help every graduate in Pakistan earn minimum $500 per month through remote job.
Mhm. So when somebody helps you to find that answer, it's helping you, one, make the best effort to do something meaningful for others in this world, and at the same time get your biggest satisfaction that you were able to promote a bigger cause. There is a there is a woman named Bronnie Ware. Bronnie Ware is a palliative nurse. It's a nurse that helps people in their last stage of life. And she was helping hundreds of people, and she was discussing with them, and she found that most of them at the end of life are sorry for five things, and they are all the same. And the five things, and she wrote a book. The book is The Five Regrets of the Dying People. And you can find the YouTubes and the TED Talks and the book, and you can also find very easily the five reasons and a short post about it, etc. So what she found, that people are mostly sorry about, one, what they didn't do, not what they did. They are sorry for what they didn't do. And when it's too late for that, it's just too late. So you can't be a marathon runner at the age 80 or 90. You can, by the way, but it's much more difficult. And she found that most of the people are sorry that they didn't spend more time with loved ones, that they didn't live the life that they wanted to, and that they worked too hard and didn't tell their loved ones they love them, and they etc. So by finding your life purpose, you're more geared to not being so sorry about big things when you're close to the end of life. I hope I did answer you thoroughly.
Yes, you did very great. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So, my next question is as a workshop facilitator, what techniques do you use to engage teams and foster personal and business growth?
So again, like in personal coaching, one of the things is to listen well, and most of the people want to tell, want to express. So when you allow people, different people in the team, in a group, to express what sits on their heart, they not only feel that they contribute, but they feel heard. So when you allow the other side to express himself or herself and a group to express themselves, it helps a lot. The other thing that we do as team facilitators is we try to create a joint vision. So, for example, your academy has a joint vision, and your academy and my good friend Rehan are trying to bring you closer to that vision of enabling people to work online and make a better salary and have a better future. So the same in teams, executive teams, in workshops with different participants, when you try to create a vision of how a good and desired future would look like, then you're able to bring people into engagement, bring them to talk, express, and create that better future. The same like what I would love to have happen here in our area these days.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful answer. My next question is on your screen. In your role as a motivational speaker, how do you inspire stakeholders to seize new opportunities and stay motivated?
Motivation is a very interesting topic, and I find from my experience and from reading and from all the different sources that there are different things that motivate us. So one of the things that you want to find out is what motivates people, and by questioning and by asking, you want to address that. As a speaker, you want to know well your audience. You want to understand your audience. So when you research, like you have just researched about me, when you research your audience, you understand what are the limits where you can go to, what are some topics that you don't want to enter to. If you enter difficult topics, how is the best way to navigate them? And also the most important thing is to be relevant. So when you are lecturing to a group of people that the topic is not relevant to them, or that somebody forced them to be in that audience, the chances to get to their hearts is not very big. And the other thing is to create an interactive discussion while you speak. So to listen to a lecture about any topic, you can do it online. You don't need to have somebody in front of you to talk about it. But the reason to have a live something, like for example the live show that we have, is to exchange ideas and to react to what somebody says and to understand and explain more what he or she says. So it's not only important to, and I'm not criticizing, but it's not only important to have good questions prepared, but also to get curious about the answer and asking more about why this and why that, or bring in your thoughts, because the show is the two of us. It's not only about me, it's also about you. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So, my next question is, what are your key insights for developing leadership skill and building winning teams in diverse organizational settings?
So one, leading skills. Before somebody is going to lead anybody else, they need to be able to lead themselves. So what does it mean, self-leadership? Self-leadership means that you want to engage the person into what does it take to bring something from thought to delivery. So, for example, you have your purpose, and for your purpose, you're conducting interviews. And so you have this idea of how you spread your ideas and knowledge in your show. And the more you interview, the more you get there, the more you go there. So, and you have to get leadership. What is self leadership? Self leadership is that you insist on the goals. You asked me several times, Nachum, come on and talk to me. Come on and talk to me. And you were exploring from different angles, and you were at the same time you were flexible, and you prepared well, and that is self leadership. Okay, so you lead yourself to where you want to be. When we talk about teams and stakeholders, we need to understand a few things. One, that, for example, um, in teams and in leadership teams, not always the formal boss is the guy or girl who have the most power. Sometimes the most influence or most power is somebody on the side. Maybe they have charisma, maybe they have personality, maybe they have smarts or a good idea, etc. And so you have to be able to speak and engage all of those energies from the team in order to create a winning team. A winning team has to engage all of the people in the team. If I'm a part in your team and you did not engage with me, there is no way that I will support you in your efforts. So if you want a team, let's say you have a team of 10 people, you have to touch each one of those hearts and find what motivates them. One guy is motivated by power. One guy is motivated by personal attention. One lady might be motivated by getting money or real gains. Somebody else, maybe honor makes it happen. So somebody wants to be recognized, and so on and so forth. So as an executive coach, you have to find in the team what makes everybody tick, what makes everybody want to be part of that vision. And by addressing that part, you're able to bring them closer and closer to one, the will to participate, and second, the willingness to give your best in order for the team and not for yourself only to succeed. So it's complex, but organizations who do not recognize that potential, they will be missing many times a good people, and many times good people that are not recognized in a group or a team or an organization will leave, especially nowadays in the 20s and 30s. People want a place where they make a contribution, where they are recognized, and where they get the chance to impact and to make a difference. And so you have to recognize those people, bring them on board, so that they buy into your vision as a leader. And sometimes it is working with the leader. Sometimes you have to work with the leader in order to, you are not the coach, and the workshop facilitator is not the thing. It's not the topic. The main thing is the leader that you are working with, so he understands how to interact with his own people. And when he will make the transformation and will be able to interact with his people in a way that they feel meaningful, purposeful, then he's on the way to a winning team.
That's really good answer. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful answer. So my next question is, how does your multilingual, multidisciplinary approach enhance your effectiveness in coaching and consulting?
So thank you for the question. So you see, when I started my discussion with you with Salam Alaikum, it means that I understand that salam alaikum will make you feel happy. It will make you feel recognized. Hey, this guy knows a thing or two, and he chose to speak in my language, and he chose to greet me with a full heart, with a smile, and with a blessing in my language. So when you understand the different cultures, when you are able to communicate in different languages, it helps people feel more understood and more at home. And the whole idea is, again, to recognize human potential, to recognize motivations of people, and to be able to deliver some of the expectations that different people will have. So when I'm speaking with somebody that is a Muslim, to be able to know a few things about Islam and about the history and about what is important to somebody who is Muslim will help to create a better conversation. The same if I talk with somebody from America. Now, if I'm able to speak with them in their own language, and I speak a lot of many languages, Romanian, Hungarian, French, a bit of Spanish, Italian, a bit of Arabic, English, Hebrew. So when you're able to communicate in their own language and understand their perspective and their culture, it helps much more. It makes things go faster.
Yes, sir, you are right. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. So, my next question is, can you discuss how you help leaders create and implement a vision to adapt to new realities?
So uh, the reality around us is changing constantly. And many times we stick to an idea that is not so relevant anymore, or we need to really adapt to the changes that are happening. The world is not the same world 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and 50 years ago when I came to 53 years ago when I came to Israel. And the world is very, very, very different from when I was a 10-year-old boy in Romania, or for my mother, who was a young girl and young woman in the World War II in the Holocaust, during the Holocaust. So you must understand how the world changes. For that, you have to be curious. And there are all kinds of formulas and exercises that you can do in order to first recognize what has changed and recognize what from what has changed you can adopt as a possible new strategy. What of the things that have changed mean that you have to drop certain old strategies and not use them anymore. And so, for example, if you do SWOT, SWOT, which is strength, you analyze as a team your strength, that's the S, your weaknesses, that's the W, your O, your opportunities inside and outside. That is when the world is changing, there are new opportunities. So, for example, in the past, you could not have spoken to somebody from Israel, and I could not have ever get to know somebody from Pakistan. And that's a new opportunity. If you are willing to seize that opportunity and to capture that opportunity, then you're able to do good for the people of Pakistan, for the people of Israel, and maybe for people around the world if they will get to see this show. And finally, the T is to recognize threats. So you need to strengthen your strong points, to work on your weak points, to seize opportunities and move forward, and to avoid or um, uh, build some solutions to possible threats. And so this is only just one technique, the SWOT technique, that you can do in your team. You can do a personal SWOT and see what opportunities you have, what threats you have, etc. And you need to constantly work on your strengths and your weaknesses. Positive psychology, which the coaching is based on, is mostly based on developing your strength, because it is easier and more effective to work on your strength rather than on your weaknesses. It's sometimes important to take care of your weaknesses. Okay, so if you don't know how to handle money, or you don't know how to conduct an interview, or you don't know how to speak up, or whatever, it sure is important to take care of that. But more important is to take something that is your forte, something that is your quality, and use that to go higher and higher and higher. And the same, it is important to recognize the changes that are in around you, and not put your head into the sand, and understand that the world is changing. Try to find the opportunities to use those changes in order to make a bigger impact. And yes, also to be aware of some of the threats that come, and try to avoid as much as possible. So that's only, I gave you just one option, but there are many different options for that, and it takes much more time to explain.
Alright, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. And as we come to the close of this insightful and inspiring conversation, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Mr. Katz for sharing his valuable experiences and wisdom with us. Your journey and the profound impact we had in the field of leadership, coaching, and organizational development are truly remarkable. To our
Thank you.
audience, thank you for joining us, for being such an integral part of this enriching experience. I hope you found this dialogues and enlightening and motivating as I did. Mr. Katz, your perspective have not only provided us with a deeper understanding or effective leadership and general growth, but also inspired us to think more critically about your own paths and potential. So, before we part ways, Mr. Katz, do you have any final thoughts or message that you'd like to share with our audience?
Well, first of all, I'm very curious about you and your dream, but I'm not the host of the show. That is you. But I would want to say one thing, that when you talk about inspirational leadership, and when you want to inspire and impact, you want to make a change in the world, it is very important to indeed, and this you did very well in this interview, and I thank you for that. You focus on what you can give to someone else, okay? And I tried also to focus on that. And the more we focus on giving, the more we have to give. The more we focus, a lot of times when we have a hard discussion or a conflict, we focus on what we need, on what we want, on what we think is right. And the more we will be able to focus on the other side and on what we can give, possibly the more we are influencing and bringing them closer to giving as well. So I think that this is what I would want to be my final message is: focus on developing yourself, but put your target into developing others. So try to give to others as much as you can, and you will also feel deeply satisfied with that. And I want to thank you for being so kind. You're a young woman, and I tip my hat for you for this interview, and I wish you lots of good luck, inshallah. And I want to thank you. Can I thank you in Arabic? Alf shukran. Does it work?
Shukriya.
Shukriya.
Thank
I
you.
know. Okay. Shukriya.
Thank
Thank you very much. And inshallah, we'll meet again.
Yeah, inshallah. Thank you once again, Mr. Katz, joining us today. It has been a truly honor and pleasure. To everyone watching or listening, this is Manahil Jawali from Karachi, Pakistan, signing off. Stay inspired and keep striving for excellence in whatever path you choose. Assalamu alaikum and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you.